All right, I'm here with Jake Raulerson out of Celina, Texas, one of the top junior prospects in the country. He attended the Troy game and was very impressed with Arkansas. Just kind of reflect back on some of the things that kind of stood out to you, Jake.
Just being around the field and hanging out with all the players and just being able to speak with all the coaches before the game, and it was a good experience to be able to talk to everybody, and it was a lot of fun, especially hanging out with Coach Smith, and that's one big thing I like about Arkansas is Coach Smith's a great recruiter and a great guy and very personal person, easy to talk to, and he walked up to me one time and just punched me in the chest for no reason, and he's a very funny guy to be around and very energetic, and that's what I look for in a coach, and it's just awesome to see that in a coach. I mean, it was a lot of fun to go out there because I had never been to. I've been to one Arkansas game previously, Arkansas, Florida, but that was up in the nosebleeds, and I finally got to see one up close, and I got to see. I got to talk with a bunch of my friends. Christian Morgan sat with me. I got to talk to him, and I have a couple buddies that live or that are at Arkansas. One of them being a trainer. So it's pretty cool to be able to ask him after the game, ask him what it's like to be a trainer and help those guys out. And he said he's doing all the laundry, but I mean it's a fun job to be able to hang out with all the guys and get the perks of being a football guy. And I just think it's cool. I'm just living it up and having a lot of fun with it.
You were able to, one of your friends that attends Arkansas took you around the campus right after the game.
Yes, sir. Had
kind of a late night tour. Kind of talk about some of the things that you liked about that.
Well, I thought it was pretty cool. He kind of showed us around, showed us the center of campus, showed us some of the traditions that they had there, the senior walk. Told me about the. He said some rumor about stepping on 1901 of the senior walk, says you'll never graduate from Arkansas. I thought that was pretty funny to see one of those mythical things. I'll tell you right now, I won't be stepping on that with 1901 for anything. It's just not just seems kind of creepy to me to be able to hear that, but it's pretty cool to be able to hear all the traditions they have out in Arkansas, and say that they have all the names etched from 1901 to 2011 in that walk, and there's a lot of students come through there, and be able to see all the campuses. Took me down a sorority row, and just got to see all the whole campus. It's a great campus, and it's a beautiful campus, and I thought it was pretty cool.
You said that visit kind of helped Arkansas. Kind of talk about that. I mean, obviously you're a long way from a decision, but you seem to be very impressed enough to elevate them in your mind.
Yeah, it helped out a lot because I got to talking to Coach more, got to develop more of a close relationship with him, and I got to see some of the players, see some live action. Finally, I'd taken an unofficial previously, but it wasn't during a game day. Didn't be able to see all the game day traditions they had, and talking with all the players, and I thought it was cool to be able to talk to players and see how much of a family they are. And I thought one of the coolest things was meeting Ethan, a little paralyzed boy. I thought that was awesome because he's an honorary member of the team, and to see that come from Arkansas is awesome. To be able to see that Arkansas does that for a kid like that, and it's very nice of them. And I think that's one of the coolest things ever because he was a great kid, very smart kid, and definitely someone you could get to know.
You know, you said very smart kid. Jake, you carry a 4.0, and obviously you're in that same category. And people can tell in this interview you're just very confident, very poised. You know who you are. When did you shape yourself into being someone that just seems to be so confident in yourself?
I kind of just I get my traits from my dad. He's kind of a talkative person. He's a salesman, so he's on the phone all the time talking to everyone. It's really if you watch him during any of the games, you'll see him just walk up to random people, start talking to him, and I kind of get that trait from him because I'll walk up to anybody and just start talking to them. I'm not afraid to put myself out there and talk to someone or introduce myself because I'm not a shy person, and that's where I get it from. Traits from my dad, so I'm just not a shy person.
You know, Arkansas, I mean, you could play offensive line, defensive line. Arkansas is looking at you as a defensive end. Your thoughts about playing defensive end, and how good do you think you could be on the college level at that position?
I think I could be a good defensive end at the college level. I mean, I think defensive ends are very fun. Be able to get past those old linemen and hit that quarterback. I think that's one of the funnest things to do, especially outside the pass rush, one-on-one. Who's a better man? Just get past them and hit the quarterback and see who can get there back there the fastest, and just all about getting the quarterback pressure. And I think I could do that at a higher level.
Right now you have 20 offers. Who knows how many you're going to have this time next year? Kind of talk about how you're going to weed through all those offers and eventually settle on one.
I'm just going to take as many visits as I can. Unofficials, just try and see all the campuses. I'm going to take trips out to other places. I'll be taking a trip out to Florida this weekend for the Florida-Alabama game. I'm just trying to see the biggest games and trying to watch all I can and get a feel for every campus. And I just want to have fun with the process right now. Focus on winning a state championship. That's all that matters right now. High school, and after the season's over, I'll focus more on college. But right now, it's all about winning a state championship. So I'm gonna focus on. I'm just gonna have fun with it right now. And once senior year comes closer, I'll start to weed through a couple schools and shorten my list down and take my 5 officials, and those 5 officials will obviously be my biggest schools. So we'll see.
After the Troy game, you mentioned about maybe coming back for another game or two. Is that still possible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm probably gonna use my smart card, go up there again with a buddy of mine, just to take a trip, because I could stay up there overnight with a buddy of mine, and it's not a far car ride. It's only 5 hours. It's really not that big of a deal to head up there, and it's a great atmosphere, and it's a fun game, and I'd like to go to the biggest games, and Arkansas versus Auburn or South Carolina or Tennessee would be big games to go to.
All right, I'm here with Coach Ford, Jake Raulerson's coach. Coach, just kind of talk about him as a football player. What in the world makes him so good?
I think probably the biggest thing is his size. You know, he's a big kid to start with, but his motor is very high. He loves football as much as anybody I've ever been around. He eats it, sleeps it. That's all he thinks about. He's a great student, fun to coach. You know, he's kind of a perfect kid when you get right down to having a football player.
What about as a kid? You kind of hit on that a little bit. He is just an outgoing, personable type young man who doesn't meet a stranger.
Absolutely. You know, he could walk up to the President of the United States and carry on a conversation and never bat an eye. He's not bashful, but he's not boastful or braggart. Easy to talk to. He's easy. You know, he's just a good personality. He makes great grades in school. Teachers love him. Kids love him. You know, there's nothing else you could ask for.
You've coached a lot of great football players. Where does Jake rank in there?
At his age, he's as good as anybody I've seen or worked with. You know, we've seen a lot of kids, but he hadn't reached his senior year of maturity yet. You know, so the best is yet to come. He could be extremely special.